I'm Anil Kumar, sharing with you a test question on sketching graph of absolute function. The question here is, sketch f of x equals to absolute value of x minus absolute x divided by x. Now this is a very interesting question. It has absolute function within absolute function. So let us first try to understand the function itself and then we will sketch it. What is absolute value of x? Absolute value of x is defined as equals to x if x is greater than or equals to 0 and is minus of x when x is less than 0. That is to say, now we can rewrite this function as a piecewise function. Right? So we'll consider two pieces here. One when x is greater than 0. So we'll take equal to with 0 and the other less than 0. Right? So these are the two parts. Now if the function is less than 0, we'll replace this absolute x as minus x and rewrite the function. So we are trying to understand this function as x minus the absolute value. Inside absolute x we are trying to figure out, right? So if x is less than 0, this is minus x. So it is minus x absolute value divided by x. Now that is equals to x minus and minus becomes plus, so we get plus x absolute value over x, and this is equals to absolute value of 2x over x. Now here again we have absolute value of 2x, correct? Now this should be defined again as when x is less than 0 and when x is greater than 0. Since we are considering as x less than 0, what is the absolute value of 2x? That is interesting, right? And at times students might do error at this stage. So this is minus 2x over x. You understand? Because x is less than 0. So this value of absolute function, which you will define, let me redefine this here. So what I'm trying to say here is that absolute value of 2x is equals to what? It is equals to 2x when x is greater than or equals to 0, and it is minus of 2x when x is 0. That is kind of very critical to understand. And as you can see, x and x will cancel, so what you get is minus 2. So when x is less than 0, you get minus 2. Now that is very important, right? Let's do the right side where x is greater than or equals to 0. In that case, we could write the function f of x as equals to, in this particular case, as absolute value of x minus, now this is x, right? X minus x divided by x. Now x minus x is 0, so we get absolute value of 0 over x, which is indeed 0. So when x is greater than or equal to 0, the value of the function is 0. When x is less than 0, value of the function is minus 2, right? Now we can sketch our function. So that gives us the sketch for the function. So it is 0. We are including this on the right side. So when x is 0, it is kind of like this, right? But when the function is on the left side of 0, in that case the value is minus 2, right? So this is how you can sketch the function, right? So we have the function here, x, f of x. Now this value is minus 2 for us. So as you can see, this function is never greater than 0, right? So either it is equals to 0 or it is equals to minus 2 as shown here, and that is the sketch for the given function. I'd like you to go through this video once again, understand especially this portion. That is critical to get the right answer. I'm Anil Kumar. You can subscribe to my videos and learn a lot. Thank you and all the best.